Okay, this spring mass system, we can say that the time period of oscillations, tau, is a function of stiffness, let's say K, is a function of the mass M, and maybe we think it could be a function of G also. If it is not, this should work out to be like G should have the power 0, the exponent 0. Okay, so we just start with the dimensional analysis. On the left side, we have this time. So the dimension is M0, L0, T1, right? On the right side, you have K. Okay, K is in newtons per meter. This is in newtons over meter. Now this is unit of force. Force is nothing but mass into acceleration. Acceleration is length divided by square of time. So this becomes ml t minus 2 divided by m. So these m, they get cancelled. Sorry. Divided by L. This is meter, this is L. This L, it gets cancelled. So for K, you're left with the units of m t minus 2. Okay, then you have mass m. This is m1, L0, T0. This G has got units of acceleration. So this is m0, L1, T minus 2. Okay, so let us say we write a generic form. Okay, that means tau is equal to some constant C into K to the power X, M to the power Y, and G to the power Z. Now we replace these. So here C is a dimensionless constant, right? The constant of proportionality. So we call it C. Instead of K, now we write MT minus 2 whole raised to power X into, instead of M, we write M1 raised to power Y. Instead of G, we write LT minus 2 to the power Z. On the left, we have T to the power 1. And like if you wish to write, you can write M0 and L0 as well. Okay, C has no power, so we can just omit this C for now to save on confusion. So this becomes, we put together the terms of M, L, and T. So here you have M raised to power X and M to the power Y. So this becomes M raised to power X plus Y. Okay, then we have L to the power Z. There's only one term containing L, and T to the power minus 2x and minus 2z. Minus 2x plus z. On this side, you have m to the power 0, l to the power 0, and t to the power 1. Okay, now we determine these values by equating the exponents. This means m to the power 0 is m to the power x plus y. This means x plus y is equal to 0. This implies that x is minus y. This is the first expression that we're getting. Then the easiest till here is this z, l to the power z 0. This implies that my z is going to be 0. The third expression that we have here is for t. This is 1, and here you have got minus 2 into x plus z is 1. So minus 2 into x plus z is equal to 1. Now z we have determined to be 0. This implies that minus 2x is equal to 1, or x is equal to minus 1 by 2. Now we can substitute this here and we can determine y. So this implies that y is minus x, y becomes 1 by 2. Okay, so we substitute here. So your y becomes 1 by 2, z becomes 0, and x becomes minus 1 by 2. So what we get is that my tau is equal to c into k raised to the power x, that is minus 1 by 2, m to the power 1 by 2, and g to the power 0. So g gets eliminated. That means the force field, the gravitational force field has no role in this spring mass system. Okay, I'll erase this treatment here. Now we write it in more generic form. This becomes c into square root of m by k. So the time period becomes this much. Likewise, the frequency becomes proportional to the square root of k by m. So I just took you through this discourse because it's important for you to keep in mind the dimensional analysis whenever we take up any sort of physical expression between various entities, right? Now, with this understanding, we'll move on to the Rayleigh's expression. Okay, so here it comes. Okay, you can see the screen. Yes, Gurkirat, can you just confirm if we are able to see the screen?
Yes, I'm able to see the screen.
Okay, you can keep a screenshot, just read it. We have already discussed this particular aspect in the class because whenever any system is undergoing free vibrations, all nodes, all points in the system, they pass through the mean position at the same time, and likewise they reach the extreme position simultaneously. So that means at one instance of time, the entire mechanical energy will be in the form of kinetic energy. At another instance of time, the entire energy will be in the form of potential energy. That could be the strain energy, or that could be the gravitational potential energy, depending upon the system's configuration. Right? So this expression is applicable to all sorts of vibrations, this Rayleigh's expression, because it's very generic in nature. And it provides, as I've just said earlier, it provides a slightly higher estimate of the first natural frequency. Now here you might object that why we have this G here, because we have just found here that the power of G becomes 0. So G has no role to play in a spring mass system. Then why are we getting a G here? This is just because the Rayleigh's method is based upon the as a starting point. It is based upon uh, the deflection curve under the weight of these masses. So that's the only reason why is in this form. We'll do a quick dimensional check on this relationship. So on the left you have frequency square. So frequency square is nothing but square of like the reciprocal of time period. More people joining. Okay, I'll admit them all. Okay. So on the left, the dimensions are t to the power minus 2. This is on the left. This is the left hand side. On the right hand side, we have g. G is acceleration due to gravity. So for acceleration, we have L t minus 2. In the summation, you have m and y. Now m is nothing but mass, y is nothing but displacement. In the denominator, you have m into yi square. So m is nothing but m1 and y is nothing but L1, but it is now squared. Okay, let's solve this. This becomes Lt minus 2 into M, L, okay. Here I've got M, L square. So this L we can club here, make it square, right? So this M cancels with M, this L square cancels with L square, and what we are left with is t to the power minus 2, which is same as we had on the left hand side. So that is why we had been through the dimensional analysis recap earlier. So this Rayleigh's expression, it qualifies in as far as the dimensional accuracy is concerned. Okay. Now coming to the second method, you won't have to do any sort of dimensional check because that will be very, very obvious. Let me just take you to the slide showing the expression for Dunkerley's method. Okay, so what Dunkerley's method does is it degenerates a multi-degree of freedom system into multiple single degree of freedom systems. So let us say if you have something like a stretch string which is carrying, let us say, 3 balls, right? Or for that matter, you could have a cantilever beam which is carrying 3 masses at 3 locations. This system is going to possess 3 natural frequencies. Now, in case of Dunkerley's method, we degenerate this system into 3 1-degree of freedom systems each. In the first case, we take up the first mass. You have the cantilever and you have the mass here, right? Then you take the second mass, and in the third, you take the third mass. So this is the gist of Dunkerley's method. So this one gives you, because this has got only one natural frequency, we term that as, let us say, omega n1. This one has the second, although this one will be the lowest one, right? Anyhow, not omega n1, this is omega 1. This is not the natural frequency of the system on the whole. This is one of the component frequencies. This one is omega 2. This one is omega 3. Now, when you have these 3 component frequencies, the first natural frequency of this whole system is estimated as 1 upon omega n1 square is equal to 1 upon omega 1 square plus 1 upon omega 2 square plus 1 upon omega 3 square. Beg your pardon if it's not clear because I'm finding it hard to write on the board while sitting, right? I guess we are able to make out when I'm speaking. So 1 upon omega n1 square as is written on this screen also. So this is how you're going to identify. So if you come across a problem where this kind of system is provided and you have to make an estimate using Dunkerley's method, you'll need to determine these. And for each of these, you will require the knowledge of the corresponding stiffness. So here, if this is node number 1, this is node number 2, this is node number 3, you will need the knowledge of more people coming to join. Okay. Okay, so here you'll need the knowledge of the influence coefficient here, that is, you'll need to know A11. For this, you'll need to know A22. Here you'll need to know A33. So in case of Dunkerley's method, the catch is that you just need to determine the direct influence coefficient. Only the direct influence coefficients are to be determined here because you are taking only one mass at a time. So you're not going to bother about how much will be the deflection here under the influence of the weight of this mass or this one. No. because you're taking only one mass at a time, so you need a direct influence coefficient A11. When in the second case you need A22 only, you need A33 only. You never need to determine A12, A13, A31, A32, nothing. So this is one aspect which makes Dunkerley's method a very simple one, but for that matter, it has got limitations also. We'll see that, or is written here on, because it's applicable only to later vibrations of shaft. So that way, the applicability of Dunkerley's method is pretty limited. Anyhow, is easy, and if you come across this kind of problem in the exam, you know immediately that yeah, this is an easy kill. Okay, now we'll be doing a problem, a numerical problem to highlight this, but I think we'll have to take a break because the session is about to end. So we'll be joining in just 5 minutes.
No, sir.
In case the meeting ID changes, and I'll send the new ID to you through WhatsApp.